Good day, fellow men of Middle-earth. Today we have the Lord of the Ring collaboration notice together with the skill teaser for some of the unit, not all of them, as well as some of the art that you can see right here. Absolutely stunning. Together with the video from the dev team talking about the collab story, the journey to get there, and how they draw the monster and all that good stuff. I'll go through the important things like the skill of the unit, but for the event info, you can probably read on your own. Pretty much just play the event, get a lot of free shit, and that is good enough for you guys, right? Because it's kind of the same-ish. Like, you have the event dungeon with the event bosses where you fight the villains from the story that you wish would be playable character instead, and you also get a lot of rewards along the way. Like, look at these. Oh my god, they look so freaking good, but they're gonna be gone after the event. You can't even play with them. They look so cool. So what are the new unit, and are they any good? That is the biggest question for every summoners or player. So you can see right here in this table, the 5-star will be Gandalf. There's no 4-star Gandalf. For Aragorn and Legolas, there will be some 4-star character. Gollum will be fully 4-star as a family, which kind of makes sense because I would feel kind of wrong to have Gollum as a 5-star monster because he's not really that strong anyway, right? And Frodo, the free character, water element, is going to be a 5-star. Alright, now let's take a look at the skill of the character. First, we have Water Frodo, who is going to be free. Skill 1, attack the enemy to decrease defense of 2 turns with a 50% chance. Hopefully skill up is going to bring that to maybe 70% chance. That's not too bad. Skill 2 is going to be AoE attack and attack bar reduction, not absorption, reduction, and also glancing debuff, which is not too bad. Okay, not too. It seems like a PvE skill potentially, and the attack bar reduction is 40%, not a full bar reduction. In this game, there's attack bar overcap, so 40% is not exactly very crazy good, but it's okay. It's AoE. And skill 3, Will of the Shire, will remove all harmful effect on yourself. Not the entire team, just on his own, and if no harmful effect were removed, increase the attack power of all allies for 2 turns. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be a cooldown for this one, which means you can attack buff your team forever if you are not suffering from any harmful effect. And if you are, like let's say a stun for example, then you can cleanse yourself of the stun, but then you wouldn't buff your entire team of attack power. So I think it's gonna be very hard to actually CC this guy because he removed all harmful effect on himself at the start of his turn, which means all the stun, whatever, is not going to land on him properly. But if you Oblivion him, then you can probably remove this passive, and you can potentially put this guy on Despair as well, so you can't stun him, and he get out of stun, and then you stun the entire team, that kind of thing. And he is an attack buffer with defense break, so could be useful for PvE as well. That could be a thing. If you have Will Rune on the first turn, you don't get debuff on yourself, then you can instantly buff attack power. We don't know what kind of speed he's gonna have, so can he go first? Can he be the one that prepare the team for the attack? We shall see. But overall, I think this is a decent kit, and also because he's a support monster, it's gonna be a bit easier to build him. I would say some sort of speed, HP, accuracy, and you're good to go. Now, the Gandalf fire element. Oh wait, they changed to support, because I think the moment this Death Note came out, a lot of people were confused why an attack type monster is scaling with HP. The skill 1 scale with max HP, the skill 3 is scaling with max HP as well. So skill 1 is going to be shield max HP on the ally with a worse HP condition, kind of like Commune, if you remember that unit. Skill 2 is going to be AoE damage, decreased speed, and glancing hit. That's okay. I think speed debuff and glancing hit are both very good debuff for PvP, and potentially can be good for PvE as well if you're going through like the tower mode, the very hard one. And skill 3, you cannot pass. So I was a little bit disappointed with the wording here. What do you mean you cannot pass? It's you shall not pass. But somebody in the comments were explaining why this is the case. This is actually in the book. You cannot pass as a phrase that he say as his magic, right? He say certain thing and it becomes true. Like when he break the staff of Saruman, he say that your staff is broken or whatever, and then the staff's like boom, broken. So you shall not pass mean you can pass. you are strong enough to pass, but I would not let you do so. And that is not exactly how the magic works for this guy. And you cannot pass is pretty much he say the truth or he believe it to be the truth, and Balrog will not pass. I think that is true. I don't know. I just read a comment on Reddit, okay? You cannot pass. Remove all harmful effect on all allies. Attack all enemies for 3 times and deal damage to scale with his max HP. And each hit will remove all beneficial effect with a 40% chance. All beneficial effect. So this is kind of similar to Tiana in a way that you cleanse your team and you strip the enemy. And the strip is all buff with 40% chance. I hope that the skill up is going to make it like 50 to 60%. And that is rather consistent. And all buff, unlike, let's say, Water Ryu, for example, that AoE spin, that strip 1 buff per hit. This is really, really good. So overall, I think this is a very good support unit because this is instantly good in PvP, for example. Let's say you're fighting Layla. Layla can land less debuff on fire. Not doesn't, but Layla can land a bit less. She land everything on everyone anyway. And this can help you to cleanse all the debuff. And you can also AoE slow. So he has 2 AoE attack. Could be used on Despair as well for some nice Despair stun right there. He strip and then he slow and then he Despair stun and then he protect you with a shield. I think overall, very solid support monster for PvP. Aragorn is going to be teased with the dark element. So skill 1 is going to be branding. That's okay. Max HP scaling as well. Skill 2 is going to be buff attack power of the ally with the highest attack power for 1 turn. And team up with the ally to attack the enemy. And while attacking, he will deal damage 2 times, defense break with a 50% chance. Not too bad. Because for other team up, I think we have Dark Nezuko to team up and strip. And then other team up are just pure team up. But this one is going to be team up and he defense break. So when you use Raoh to team up, for example, you wish that Raoh would defense break the target. He defense break with his own attack and his double hit. So it's going to be a bit more consistent. And that's great. Okay. On his own, he's a bruiser. And when he can be paired with, let's say, a fire monkey, a chow, something that do very good damage with their default attack or whatever, then that ally can also do very, very good damage. And skill 3 is going to be attack 1 enemy to reset the attack bar. Very good. Afterwards, attack all enemies 3 times. Okay, 3 times to increase their cooldown by 1 turn. So 3 times could be 3 turn cooldown decrease. And that is, oh, not decrease, increase. That's very good. That is a very good AoE control skill right there. And slow them for 2 turns each hit. So the slow is pretty much guaranteed. And wow, I would say that skill 3 right there can be very devastating for a last pick unit in RTA. You pick him to control enemy cooldown, and he has defense break. He has team up, which means cooldown reduction for the ally with the team up. And he can also slow the enemy, which is a very crucial debuff for control playstyle. So that's very good because you can pair some auto unit with the stun effect or freeze or whatever, or pushback. Because in control playstyle, you want to stack up increased cooldown time, slow debuff, pushback, and a hard CC like freeze or stun. And then they will be controlled for a very, very long time. So I think he's going to be the hype LD5 right after release, immediately. Okay? Next up, we have Legolas, the wind element. This is the most elf-looking element, pretty much with the white hair and the yellow greenish theme. Skill 1 is going to be attack enemy 2 times and potentially attack 3 more times, 50% chance per hit. So it's kind of similar to the Elven Ranger that can hit 3 times, but this one's more orangey. It goes up to 5 times. So the skill 1 could potentially be one of the most damaging skill 1 in the entire game if you hit 5 attacks. Okay, that could be very cool. And also good with additional damage artifact. Increase your attack power and attack speed for 2 turns and gain a turn instantly. So self-buffing. And skill 3 is speed scaling. And AoE attack 2 times with a stun. 2 times, making the stun very consistent. And decrease the attack power by 30% if the enemy attack speed is slower than yours. I assume you should have higher attack speed with a attack speed buff. So you can AoE stun and pushback. That's similar to like Varad AoE freeze and pushback. That's a very, very good control unit as well. So we have like 2 control unit, 1 support, 2 support right here. So no real like raw DPS just yet in the lineup that's being teased, because I feel like Legolas gonna be like a CC unit. When you have so much CC in your skill, your multiplier cannot be that strong, I think. Gollum, 4-star, light. Skill 1 can stun, and he has 2 passive. If the target is stunned, then you absorb attack bar. If the target is not stunned, then you attack again to strip 1 buff. So let's say you're using him to hit a unit with will or immunity. Obviously, their target will not be stunned, so you attack again to strip their immunity. And then you violent prop, and then you stun, you absorb attack bar, potentially. It makes me feel like an upgraded version of Lauren, per se. I don't know, but because it's a stun effect, it's more PvP friendly and not PvE. There's no slow, there's no defense break whatsoever. So I think it's going to be purely a PvP monster and probably not going to be meta. I feel like there might be one of them that's going to be meta, depending on the leader's skill situation as well. If there's any, like Gollum Dark might have a speed lead for guild content, then he's going to be super meta, for example. We don't know just yet, okay? But I gotta say, overall, all of them sounds really good on paper. Surprisingly, they don't have underwhelming shitty kit, and they all look pretty good on paper for now. And we don't know the leader skill, we don't know the base speed, we don't know the awakening. What if they awaken to resistance? It's gonna be kind of lame, but hopefully these two will awaken into crit or accuracy. This guy might awaken into resistance. This guy hopefully will awaken into accuracy, and that is gonna be pretty cool. For the event building, we have Mordor, and I think that is the Eye of Sauron right there. It feels kind of small, okay? I think they could have made the Eye of Sauron really, really big, looking over the island. It makes it feel more like the story. But the Eye of Sauron here is just kind of cute. It's like a candle. It feels so weird. The art for the boss teaser looked pretty good. The art for the poster looked pretty good, I would say. And the bosses look really, really good. So we have like an orc warrior here. We have the mouth of Sauron, and we have the Witch King of Arma. I think that's the name. This guy and this guy is pretty cool. The mouth guy, I remember in the story, he showed up and then he got very quickly. So I don't remember him doing anything. So I'm not sure what skill is gonna have. And this picture looks so funny because the orc guy is pretty much like the cooler version of this guy over here, who looks really small now when you are like the side monster of the boss. It looks kind of funny. And the rest of the collab is pretty standard. We have like collab dungeon, minigame, all that kind of stuff. And now let's take a look at the dev video that we can understand a bit more about the collab. All right, here we go.
안녕하세요, 소환사 여러분. 원화팀 민다농입니다.
Is this AI? I'm sorry, dude. Is this AI?
안녕하세요. 기획팀 조현진입니다. 서머너즈워 천공의 아레나와 20세기 판타지 문화의 걸작 소설인 반지의 제왕이 드디어 만났습니다. 이번 콜라보에서는 원작의 상징적인 캐릭터들과 장대한 세계관의 모습들을 서머너즈워만의 감성으로 재해석하여 선보이게 되었습니다.
Oh, that looks so
모험의
good.
무대는 사우론이 지배하는 어둠의 땅 모르도르입니다. 플레이어는 지도를 따라 모험을 하는 것과 같이 이벤트 던전을 탐험하게 됩니다. 모르도르의 입구인 블랙 게이트를 시작으로 절대 반지가 만들어진 마운틴 둠, 그리고 사우론의 거성인 바랏도르를 차례로 공략하며 반지의 제왕 속 영웅들을 만나보실 수 있습니다.
반지의 제왕에는 다양한 매력적인 종족과 캐릭터들이 등장하지만 이번 콜라보에서는 그 중에서도 스토리 비중이 높고 대종적으로 좀 더 익숙한 캐릭터들이 선정되었습니다. 그중 반지 원정대의 핵심 멤버인 아라곤, 간달프, 레골라스, 프로도는 만장일치로 결정되었습니다. 선정 과정에서의 비하인드를 살짝 말씀해 드리자면 마지막 한 명을 놓고 내부에서도 다양한 의견이 있었습니다. 꼭 원정대 캐릭터들로만 구성하는 것보다 개성 있는 캐릭터가 있었으면 좋겠다는 의견에 힘입어 골룸이 최종 선정되었습니다.
이번 배포 캐릭터는 원작의 주인공
Man, dude, I want a dwarf. I want the tree monster. I want... Why? I want to shut up about this finally, okay? They did the decisions, and there's no changing that. But still, any other cooler monster be better than Gollum, to be honest. Like, Gollum would be a mini-boss.
이번 배포 캐릭터는 원작의 주인공인 프로도입니다. 특히 프로도는 이번 프로젝트의 기준점이 된 중요한 캐릭터인데요. 프로도를 첫 출발로 다른 모든 콜라보 캐릭터들의 키, 비율, 분위기의 기준을 수립했고 덕분에 다른 캐릭터들이 프로젝트 전체의 통일성과 높은 퀄리티를 확보할 수 있었습니다. 먼저 프로도는 호빗이라는 종족으로 평화를 사랑하는 작고 통통하면서도 투박한 매력을 가진 캐릭터입니다. 특유의 낙천적인 분위기와 프로도만의 호기심과 용맹함을 눈빛에
I feel like this is too adorable to be Frodo. Because all I remember about Frodo was how much shit he had to go through. And bro looked so distressed and sad and just miserable most of the time. Okay, most of the time. It was such a tough journey for the little guy.
더 표현하고자 했습니다.
He looks so cute
아라곤은
here.
순찰자 시절의 실용적인 가죽 옷차림을 착용하고 있지만 후드의 그림자가 얼굴을 가리지 않게 하여 왕의 혈통다운 위엄과 섬세함을 살렸습니다. 반면 가만히 서 있을 때도 강인함이 느껴지도록 무게중심과 미세한 자세에 공을 들였습니다. 간달프는 얼굴에 그림자를 드리워 신비롭고 예측 불가능한 성격을 가지려 했고 특정 각도에서 눈빛이 드러날 때 신적인 존재의 인상을 주도록 만들었습니다. 레골라스의 경우는 아라곤과 비슷한 체형이지만 훨씬 날렵한 슬렌더 스타일을 표현해야 하는 난관이 있었습니다. 이는 착시 효과를 활용해 해결했는데요. 의상과 갑옷의 수직 라인을 강조하고 어깨는 둥글게, 허리는 가늘게 조형하여 날렵한 실루엣을 완성했습니다. 특히 골룸을 작업하는 과정은 가장 흥미로운 작업이었습니다. 소설을 읽으며 유저분들이 흔히 생각하실 수 있는 골룸의 이미지가 아니라 이를 서머너즈 워 스타일에 맞춰 미워할 수 없는 묘한 귀여움과 친근함을 더하는 방향으로 재해석했습니다. 또한 네 발로 걷는 독특한 움직임 덕분에 모션 작업도 다채롭게 진행할 수 있었는데요.
I saw a comment about someone said, why did they put a wig on him? That's kind of true. Bro didn't really have a lot of hair.
그 외의 전반적인 텍스처 채색에는 웨트 온 드라이라는 수채화 기법을 차용했습니다. 의도적으로 남긴 붓자국과 겹침 효과를 통해 원화의 느낌을 살리고 수작업 특유의 밀도감과 깊이를 더했습니다.
각 캐릭터의 스킬도 게임 원작이 아니다 보니
Alright, from what I know about Summoners War, that is definitely a self-defense buff. That is a defense buff icon. So I guess he buffed himself only, and he doesn't attack the enemy with this skill.
원작이 아니다 보니 구체적인 설정을 가지고 있지는 않았지만 소설 속 원정대의 역할과 전투에서 보인 모습들을 참고하여 스킬을 구성해 보았습니다. 예를 들어 아라곤은 강력한 전사이기도 하면서 원정대의 리더답게 강력한 공격과 아군 보호 능력을 동시에 갖췄습니다. 특히 펠레노르 평원 전투에서 죽은 자들의 군대를 소환해서 싸우는 명장면을 스킬에 녹여 원작의 감성을 그대로 전달하고자 했습니다. 원작에서 간달프는 지혜와 마법으로 어둠에 맞서는 인물입니다. 따라서 화려한 주문보다는 빛을 활용한 마법을 중심으로 원작이 지닌 그의 위험 있는 모습을 담아내고자 했습니다. 레골라스는 멀리서 화살로 지원하는 데 그치지 않고 다양한 전투 액션을 통해 캐릭터의 개성을 잘 드러내는 스킬들을 선보입니다. 골룸은 무기나 마법을 쓰지 않아서 스킬 구현에 고민이 많았지만 돌을 이용한 공격이나 생선을 먹어 체력을 회복하는 모습, 그리고 악랄한 표정으로 돌진하는 장면 등이 그의 캐릭터성을 잘 보여줄 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Bro just ate a fish, my precious fish. Fresh.
이번 콜라보 던전의 배경은 도입부에서 짧게 보여드렸는데요. 반지의 제왕 속 사우론의 주된 거점이며 어둠의 땅이라는 의미를 가진
Bro.
모르도르의 새 지역을 탐험하면서 각각의 보스들을 상대하게 됩니다. 자연스러운 공간감을 느낄 수 있도록 가까운 부분은 재질감과 디테일을 살리고 원경은 핵심 형태와 분위기만 드러나도록 표현하였습니다. 특히 원경의
Man,
중요
I wish we can buy these background for our RTA matches, right? Imagine after the collab is over, you can keep these for your RTA matches background. Oh, that's so cool, right? Man.
탑 등은 의도적으로 선명하게 처리해서 시선이 자연스럽게 흐르도록 구성하였습니다.
가장 먼저 도달하게 되는 검은 문에서는 사우론의 입을 상대하게 됩니다. 원작에서 거짓말로 원정대를 속이고 간사한 말로 협박하는 모습을 보여주는데요. 이번 콜라보 던전에서도 거짓된 언어로 적들을 혼란시키는 컨셉을 고려하여 스킬을 디자인했습니다.
연출적인 면에서도 사우론의 입을 사우론의 사절다운 분위기로 표현하고자 노력했는데요.
Man, it looks so
팔을
cool.
벌려 어둠을 모았다가 터뜨리는 식으로 말을
While I was trying to like recreate the Lord of the Ring collab at home video, I realized we don't have like a horse rider, like knight or whatever. I thought that was on a more iconic video game character stereotype, and we don't have that. And we don't have like a centaur, right? Or enchantress.
통해 저주를 퍼붓는 느낌으로 모션
He kind of looked like he came out of Raid Shadow Legends.
몸을 세우
I feel like having summoners or monster next to them just take me out a little bit. I don't know, because they look so dark, and the summoners or monster are so colorful as their minion. It's just kind of weird. I don't know.
세우며 어두운 장막이 둘러지는 포즈로 쉽게 쓰러지지 않을 것 같은 느낌을 주려고 했습니다.
콜라보 미니게임은 간달프의 수수께끼를 푸는 컨셉으로 전투에 지친 고단한 여정 중에도 즐길 수 있는 무언가처럼 서머너주얼을 하면서 소소하게 즐길 수 있도록 기획하였습니다. 방식은 스테이지마다 주어진 도형에 정해진 횟수만큼 선을 그어 같은 크기로 조각을 내는 퍼즐 게임입니다.
Dude, I'm gonna be too
평소
stupid for this.
캐주얼한 퍼즐 게임을 좋아하시는 분들은 더욱 재밌게 플레이하실 수 있을 것 같습니다. 도형과 공간 감각 능력에 자신 있는 분들은 힌트 없이 올클리어에 도전해 보시길 바랍니다.
건물과 이모티콘 등 기존 콜라보에서 경험해 보신 것들에 더해 소환사 여러분들이 좋아할 만한 새로운 것들도 준비해 보았습니다.
콜라보 이벤트 기간 동안 아레나에서 소환사의 반지를 찾는 이벤트도 함께 진행될 예정입니다. 아레나 전투를 하다 보면 소환사의 반지가 나타나게 되고 아레나가 종료될 때 소환사의 반지를 가진 분들에게 소정의 보상이 주어지는 방식으로 진행될 예정입니다.
The One Ring!
또한 순찰자가 아닌
that
위험
looks so
있는
cool.
모습의 아라곤 형상 변환도
look at that.
준비되어 있으니 많은
It's a
기대
king.
부탁드립니다.
A proper king.
톨킨
Oh my god.
작가님의 반지의 제왕이라는 방대한 세계관을 서머너 조어 안에 담아내는 과정.
Damn, bro, just destroy Jagger. Holy. And he stepped on Jean. Oh, damn. Feels bad, man. The Dragon Knight get absolutely destroyed.
톨킨 작가님의 반지의 제왕이라는 방대한 세계관을 서머너 조어 안에 담아내는 과정은 저희에게도 설레는 모험이었습니다. 소환사 여러분께서도 이번 콜라보를 통해 반지의 제왕 속 세계를 직접 탐험하는 기분을 만끽하시길 바랄게요.
서머너즈와 반지의 제왕이 함께하는 특별한 만남.
Bro, he killed Dragon Knight and get backstabbed by a stone.
기분을 만끽하시길 바랄게요.
He clapped this guy with a stone. Unbelievable.
서머너즈와 반지의 제왕이 함께하는 특별한 만남. 여러분의 많은 기대와 즐거운 플레이 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
Oh, Gollum's right there. Look at that. Justice for Gimli. Anyway, guys, looking forward to the collab in the game. And let's see which element we are going to get of these characters. Hope you guys get some new good things. Hope you guys get all the things that you want. And I hope I get something cool. Right? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.